Hello everyone, in this new video in this series we're going to be setting up some shops and crafting. So here we are back in our scene, and we're going to do some, we're going to do a merchant shop, we're going to do some crafting as well. So what I've done is I've created a couple of prefabs. So if you are using Hero Fantasy Kingdom, you'll find the prefabs in the attachment. So basically these prefabs are just the building prefabs, so you know, no logic setup, but just makes it go a bit faster. So just get them from the description. And the whole point of these prefabs, so here shops, is simply to have the visual part already ready. So the thing is Game Creator makes this quite easy. So a lot of this is actually quite visual. And we'll be mixing in some dialogue just to make it you know, feel more like how it is in actual games, instead of like the examples where there's just dialogue and where there's just straight shop and there's no dialogue, which is not how it is in the game. So we've got some shops, we've got a blacksmith and stables. I don't think I'll actually do anything for the stables. It just looked it's just nice to have something for our horse, so I'm gonna put that there. And yeah, I just want something for the horse. Let's make him feel more part of the ensemble. I already realized that this should not be here. There we go. So yeah, this this is literally just for the horse. So there's at least it kind of makes sense. There we go. Now the reason I said a lot of this is simply visual is because everything just happens like with an interaction of you know, a character, and that's basically your talking point, and that's pretty much it. So that's why most things are really just visual. So we'll drop in the blacksmith. Now for the blacksmith, there's a bit more it's a bit more value, let's say it like that, in having it here, simply because see, as you can see, I included like the tables and the forge and all of that stuff, so we can actually assign these things to something. Let's have a look. Don't want to go too low, but also shouldn't hover. Yeah, there we go. So perfect. You've got all of the blacksmith stuff. So this is straight from the example demo scene, and I just kind of, yeah, it should maybe be a bit lower, but I just saved them in the demo scene as prefabs. When you go into the building prefabs, all of the random props are gone. But without the random props, you know, it doesn't really feel like the proper environment. So here we have our blacksmith, and then we're going to add a shop here as well. There we go. Oh, actually, let's just leave it like this. There we go. That's about right. We can have our little hero fighter for hire. We can actually put him next to the quest message board. So that's actually one of the other things I do want to do for another video, is how would you work with a quest message board, which is quite common in games. You pick up your quest from a message board. It's really not that hard. It's actually quite 1.1. Yeah, there we go. It's actually really not that hard to do, but yeah, it doesn't really match the rest of the team here. So okay, we've got our couple of buildings. Yes, this really is meant for like a dirt terrain environment. Obviously it looks a bit weird on gray, but that's fine. So like I said, this really is a character thing, so let's drag in the characters. So Fantasy Kingdom, prefabs, and then characters. So we've got the blacksmith. There we go. Nice dude. Of course, these needs to be characters. What am I doing? So let's create a character. There we go. Um, 180. Okay. So then let's drop in our, yeah, we'll start with the blacksmith. So because then we can just copy it over and add the logic for the other characters, because that's the thing, like this is really pretty much one base, so not just characters but for a lot of things. Oh, doesn't have the right shader. Yeah, the shader obviously is optional, but I've done it for the other characters, and it looks more Zelda-ish. And there we go. Perfect. Nice toon shaded. And yeah, we'll, like I said, we'll do the other characters in a bit. Cool. So yeah, what do we do? So I'm going to add an empty object here, and this will be shop, whatever, and this will be the parent of everything we're going to make interactive, because most of the actions will be pretty much identical. Most of the instructions, most of the setup, with just a couple of changes. So I don't want to tie this straight to the character. I want to do this once, and then then we can set everything up. So the example scenes for Game Creator have a couple of things. So they have forge, crafting, merchant, of course. Yeah, they have a bunch of things. So we can filter what he sells, or what you can craft, but we can also filter what this gentleman is going to be selling us. So first off, we're going to add a bag to this find sir. We're not adding anything for the moment, so we're just going to add some stock, and yeah, you'd need some you'd need some things for him to sell. So we set up the item basic shield and the sword. Obviously, you know, create more, because he's just going to be selling the same stuff. There we go. Perfect. And then he's going to be yeah, you know what, for now that's actually fine. Let's keep it as is. So we've got the bag. You can add more stuff to this after. Then we've got the merchant script. So this is going to be you know, the information. So he has infinite currency. You can give him the name you want. I'll just keep it as is. Allow buyback. You can do infinite stock. It's a bit weird. It's not something you see a lot in games. There might be some types of merchants that will just infinitely sell something, which is why it can be valuable. But yeah, he doesn't need any of that. And then for the skin, we'll just use the default list, and you know, you can modify that in a bit. So this is the basic for the merchant. Now we'll need a hotspot. So the hotspot, and let's have a look. So on interaction focus, and then here we'll use the built-in game creator system. So we'll do no, which is it? there we go, show floating text. And then we'll do, what will we do? Trade, actually, just trade. And then interaction, oh, in assets, sorry, interaction focus, because you know it's on focus, so cool. And then we're going to be, so that's the hotspot, and then we're going to be adding our trigger. And our trigger is interact. There we go. And yeah, we'll need some instructions. So for now, I'm just going to just put this here just so the position is correct. Okay. There we go. So let's add a marker. Let's turn on those gizmos. There we go. And we'll need a, is that, yeah, that's maybe a bit too close. There we go. We'll drop in the character here as well. Yeah, that's fine. And we need a camera shot. There we go, and this will be a fixed position. Now, one of the easy, well, I say easy, but one of the ways you can actually, oh, not that's camera shot. There we go. One of the ways you can actually kind of guess what it's going to look like, well, not guess, it's pretty damn accurate, is by doing it like this. And actually, let's change this around. So the camera shot is going to be the child of the camera. All 0. There we go. And then, yeah, like I said here, you kind of have a preview of what this will look like. There we go. So we can move this. Yeah, something like this. I'm sure that will look okay. Well, I'm not sure. I hope it will look okay. And if not, we'll just change it in runtime. So we've got our camera shot. So now I'll get rid of the camera, because we'll make some adjustments in runtime, but that's pretty fine. So we've got a marker, we've got our camera shot, we've got our hotspot, our trigger. So now what we need to do is, you know, do something. So move, and then we drop in our marker. And the whole goal of this, of course, is that we can reuse this for something else. So we can actually reuse this for, you know, other shops and things like that. Controllable. He's not controllable. Shot. I think wait to arrive is turned on. Yeah, wait to arrive is turned on. we'll turn it off. Move to shot. There we go. I don't know. Linear. And I just realized that I put the marker here, so I'm going to do it a bit different. I'm going to put this character back. Well, no, I shouldn't put the character back actually. No, I think it should be fine actually. Let's just leave it as is. Yeah, let's just leave it as is. Cool. So next up, we'll add some dialogue to this as well. So dialogue. There we go. So if you've never worked with dialogue, it basically kind of similar to the first one. You can choose the skins for the look if you install the examples. I'll just do the default. And yeah, and the way it works with dialogue, it's pretty straightforward. So we'll go to dialogue and then play dialogue. There we go, and then it says wait to finish. And yeah, that's it. So we're not opening anything related or closing or blah blah blah. So we'll do it like this. So wait to finish, and then the dialogue is going to have the default options. So hello, I help you, and then you need some actors. Have a look at what these are. So basically, you know, you have different looks and things like that. Not going to go through this right now, because basically it's just about having a pretty little icon for your character. Really valuable for your game, of course. But yeah, we're not going to go through to creating an image of this this nice gentleman here. So hello, how can I help you? And then yeah, let's get rid of this. Yeah. And then we do a choice, and this is going to be for the player. So player, and then we'll add another choice also for our player. I would like to trade, and here never mind, or something like that, and then we'll quit. So on finish, we'll do stop dialogue. We'll drag in our dialogue, and then actually no, let's do this. Yeah, change the shot. Drag in the main shot, linear 0.5. What is it? Controllable. And there we go. And did I actually turn that off? Yeah, I turned it off. Okay. So yeah, we'll make sure this is the player as well. So in this one, we say never mind. So when it finishes, change the shot is controllable, and then stop dialogue. Perfect. So then we'll close it off, and then here we're going to do a merchant on start. open merchant UI. There we go. And yeah, then we're going to be opening the merchant bag. So here, and then oh, maybe game object. There we go. Oh yeah, and the client bag is the player, of course. What am I doing? There we go. And then wait to close. There we go. I'm not sure if that will actually cut it, if wait to close, but let's have a look. And then basically the same thing as the others. Copy. Here, main shot. Might actually do it like this. This is going. I'm going to try this out. I'm not sure if this will work. Otherwise, we'll have to do it in on start. But that would be nice. Is controllable true? And stop dialog. There we go. And then drag in the dialog. So what this does is it does the well, the exact same thing. The only difference is that it opens the shop in here. So we'll open that in the dialog, and then once the shop closes, then it should be closing everything else. So yeah, hopefully this should work. We're going to give this a simple go right now. And let's see if it works. So we didn't change anything about the UI stuff, which I think we need to do. I'm not really sure, but I think so. But yeah, we'll have a look. So there we go. Got this nice guy here. And okay, already the first thing on the interaction is not doing anything. Camera is really off. So let's pause this. Or should I not pause? Let's have a look. Okay, wait a minute. Let's have a look. I have look is active. Going to turn it off because that's it's a good feature, but that's not how I set up my camera. So let's try that again. Yeah, that's better. You can tweak it as much as you want. Okay, let's go back into our game mode. So there we go. Then we have the option, you know, change the dialog skins to whatever you want. I would like to trade never mind. So I'm going to do never mind first. Yeah, all good. Okay, we do have the pop-up for interact. It's just wrongly placed. That's fine. And then I would like to trade. Then we have our stuff. We don't have any money, so going to close. And yeah, that's all good. Cool. Let's have a quick look. So I'm pausing just for now. Let's have a quick look at our hotspot. Offset. Don't actually remember because I know this changed a bit. The way this works. No. Let's see. Yeah, this changed a kind of tiny bit since last time I set something like this up. So I have to see if this is the correct way. Maybe I should have tested this in play mode. It's fine. Yeah, okay, there we go. So trade, cool. And then we have our conversation. Definitely do a nicer skin. And then I would like to trade, never mind. And yeah, we have our shop, and then we exit, and we're good. So nice. So that's the blacksmith. Now it's going to be a bit different, a tiny bit different for the crafting, but not that much actually. It's actually incredibly similar. And then we have a another shop here, a general shop, where we can have really a lot of the same things. So what I'm doing, I'll rename this to blacksmith. There we go. Drop him in here. Wow, I forgot how much there's in there. Then maybe I should have done that first. That's all right. So let's duplicate and then drop him into the what did I do? Yeah, blacksmith. Oh yeah, okay, and drop him into the shop. Sorry, there's so many objects. I was really confused by what was going on here. There we go. And then we have this character here, which we can put inside of the building, outside of the building. The outside actually looks pretty cool. Yeah, we'll do it like this. Nice. Cool. So for this character, again, it's really similar. So we'll rename him to merchant. On my other dude, I should have just named him blacksmith, but that's all right. So cool. The bag, that's what's going to be different with a general merchant. So you add different items. We didn't. I don't think we really set up that much in this series in terms of items here, but we set up some. Yeah, we did actually set up some items. So let's do that. Let's have him sell. Male, because we have a male character right now, and I don't know, a different helmet. There we go. We get rid of this, and he sells some different things. Yeah, so really nice. The only thing, obviously, you'll need to change in this one, outside of normally you would have to change the skin stuff as well. But yeah, here you'd want this to be the opposite angle, because we're approaching him from a different angle, and this would be in the way. So cool. And then let's change that character with a new character as well. Prefab. Where's prefabs? Oh yeah, characters, and then merchant. There we go. Let's give this merchant the proper material as well. There we go, and then perfect. Cool. Really nice. Yeah, we've got the nice cell shaded look here. Cool, sweet. Perfect. So yeah, what's next? So we've got the merchant. Maybe this location is actually not the nicest, or this should move a bit. What is it? Fighter for hire. Wait. Oh wow. background that's not part of it. There we go. Yeah, maybe we should just move that a bit, and because we're going to keep it and we'll set it up in another video. Cool. So yeah, we've got our a merchant now here as well. We've got our blacksmith. I'll show you how to set up some simple states as well. So the blacksmith is actually blacksmithing. And then next up, what we need to do now is the crafting, dismantling, things like that. So let's set up the crafting. So yeah, there's a couple of what do you want to use for crafting? Do you want it to be the forge? Do you want it to be this? Or do you want it to be this, for example? I think we're gonna do both. So I would like to be the forge crafting for the materials, and this to craft weapons, things like that. So let's head over to our shop guy again. Should have not already put him in the hierarchy. That was really dumb because there's just so many items. Oh, that's this one. See, this is why I should not have done that. It's really, really utterly confusing. There we go. Yeah, it honestly didn't matter if it was the blacksmith or this one. It's about the setup, because obviously some of the things definitely will change. So we'll need to position it in a similar way as to how you'd like to approach it. So I think this is pretty fine. There we go. It's not exactly in front of it, is it? Yeah, something like this. I think this is a pretty good angle. I think the camera angle will work fine as well. I don't think we'll need to change anything there. So that's pretty good. Yeah, I think this will be good. So this will be craft weapons. So here we're going to get rid of the bag. Going to get rid of the merchant. And yeah, it really depends. So in this case, I don't want any dialogue options. I don't want any choice options. Just doesn't make a lot of sense. So I'll get rid of that. But I'm not deleting the dialogue stuff straight away. Yeah, actually I am. Let's just... or should we just copy over at least the camera shot, maybe? There we go. And then the main shot. Could have just selected main shot here as well. That's fine. Cool. And then we can get rid of the character as well. Perfect. So here we'll do craft as the text. And what I'll do for this one is I'll do forge instead as a text, just so it's a bit different. The rest of the setup, however, is identical. So we're going to go to inventory again, UI, and then here we're going to do open Tinker UI. There we go. And we'll do it like this. So Tinker, that's a separate UI. We already have one for from the examples, and then we'll filter this on equipment. There we go, and then wait to close, and that's pretty much it. We'll duplicate this one again, set it to true, and yeah, we're done. And then well, let's try it out. Let's actually give this a try. And after this, of course, we're going to go through the inventory setup on how this works, how you need to set up your inventory items for them to appear, because I'm not sure anything actually will appear right now. Oh yeah, okay, they do. and it shows what is required. I'll guide you through how to change all of this as well, and we require this. Cool. So we have craft, and then we'll duplicate it again. Come on, duplicate. There we go. Perfect. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Nice. And then here it will be forge materials. Or you could do the dismantle here as well, by the way. It's, yeah, maybe actually, because, you know, we'll just find the materials. We'll make this the dismantle, actually. We'll make this the dismantle. Because that actually makes more sense than just literally copying over the same the same logic yet again. Cool. So for the dismantle, it's actually quite simple. We literally do the dismantle, and then we'll do nothing here. So no filters. We can dismantle anything that allows to be dismantled, basically. And let's have a look. Cool. I think we might need to change the camera to the other side. I just realized. So this one. Or does this work? Oh, let's see. Maybe this works. Need to change the text. So craft. And then dismantle. Yeah. Yeah, no, it does work. It's fine. So let's make sure we change this to dismantle. Perfect. Cool. So how does this work? How does dismantling work? And how does forging work? So what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at the items we already created. I think they're in prefab inventory. Yeah, okay. So these ones, for example, so we created a couple, so the hunter and the Scott. So this is the armor pieces, and then here we have the crafting tab. So what it requires to craft an item, the ingredients, and dismantle. So if we turn both of that on, and then we'll do Scott's helmet, and then let's have a look. So we add what it requires. So by default, the ingot metal is set up by the game creator examples. So you just select the amount, and then here the ingot metal is a pickup as well. So we can actually add some. So we can actually find some. So we can actually craft something straight away. There we go. So we're going to let's create a variant for this. So prefab, unpack. Again, prefab, unpack. And then we'll go to our own prefabs. So I'll just put it in here. And then all we need to do here is change the mesh. I'm not sure if there's something like this in any well, let's just try Fantasy Kingdom first, because yes, I do have so many things, but so many packs, but ideally we wouldn't do that. There we go. So we actually have one. Perfect. It's a lot smaller, but that's all right. Make sure the mesh, well, actually that's up to you if you want to turn that on or off or not. Well, actually to keep it on. And then yeah, let's make sure it's aligned. There we go. Perfect. This is not the this is not the prettiest one. I hope some other packs have some nicer ones, but yeah, it is what it is. Do we have some prefabs? Do we have some table? Table. Learn how to spell. There we go. I know it's really really busy right now in this one, but yeah, there we go. Just so they're on at least on something. I'm not just hovering in nowhere. It's cool. So we'll save this one. The ingots. Where is it? Where's our prefabs? Shops. It's not the best place to do it. It should have been inventory, but yeah, fine. Cool. There we go. Yeah, that's more like it. And then I'll make it look better than this, basically. Cool. And then regenerate. Perfect. So we've got 4. Let's make sure we have something we can craft. So the helmets. Did I do this one? Yeah, it requires 4. Perfect. So let's give this a go. Let's try it out. Cool. Craft. And then there we go. And you go to your and if we go to our inventory, then here now we have our helmet. And cool. Awesome. We've got our first crafted item. Then if we go to dismantle, then we can actually dismantle it as well. And okay, close. And then now if we go to our inventory, we've got the 4 metal ingots. Not sure how you pronounce that, to be honest. And awesome. That's pretty much it. So that's the setup. Now when it comes to look and feel, obviously just like every other skin, let's have a quick look here. Actually going to put all of these now in the blacksmith, and let's change the blacksmith, our nice man, to blacksmith. There we go. So yeah, all of this has a look and feel, of course. So you just click on it, the UI, and here, and then you open it up. And you just go ahead and change the look and feel. We've done UI stuff in the past, but yeah, this is just general UI stuff. Make sure, of course, you don't delete anything that is required for the game creator in terms of scripts. There's no reason to. And yeah, just go ahead and change the look and feel the way you want to. If you want to make this a bit more interactive, so that when you, as you can see, it took a bit of time for him to actually craft as well, and you can make it look nicer, basically, with some animations, things like that. Let me show you how to do that as well. By the way, this is when you have a look at craft. There we go. So this is the same thing. So this is the UI, and then this is all of the crafting stuff. So you can change the look and feel how much you want to. There's already some sounds happening here when you actually do craft, which is pretty cool. But yeah. So yeah, if you want to make this look a bit more interactive, and I know the UI is a big full-on in screen, so you'd have to adjust it a bit to make it look nicer. You can also do some animations or some sounds or some fire or whatever. So let's have a look at that. Cool. So I've got this pack. It's called Survival Animations. I'll link it in the description, but you can get other ones. These are just animations. And there's plenty of them. There's I think Survival Animset Pro are awesome as well. Not really sure if they have similar ones, but basically, as you can see, here's some really cool thing for you know, alchemy, so the mortar and pedal stuff. There's hammering, which is perfect, and then there's what is it? Yeah, there's this as well. Some crafting stuff. We'll use this for dismantle because it seems like he's tearing something apart. But yeah, let's have a look. So how would we set this up? So yeah, there's a couple of ways to do this. You can obviously have it happen in here. So just the moment you you know, you enter you know, the scene, he's going to be in that animation, or you could have it happen only when it actually happens. So if you'd want that, you could do it on dismantle. You could actually have the player play the animation. I'm just going to have him be in that state the moment you enter it. It just looks more dynamic, like something's actually happening, and you don't have to wait those couple of seconds simply when he's going to be actually doing it. So I think that looks nicer. Again, these are just little things. You don't need to do any of this. I think it looks nice. And obviously you can have your blacksmith actually do some of this stuff as well in routines and things like that. They're just animation states. So I'll show you how to set up this one, and then it's up to you what you're going to do. So here for the yeah, let's start with this one. Enter state, and here I'm going to do animation clip. I'm not going to be using the enter exit animations at all. I don't think that's needed. With blending, it will look fine, but if you want to do that, just create an entire state, and then basically so we're going to have that happen here. So just before you know, open craft begins, so he's going to do loop. So I think it was hammering loop, and there we go. So this is the standing one, this is him sitting on the floor, and this is him hammering on the wall. So yeah, it's a cool, honestly it's a really cool cool pack, because it matches a lot of the medieval forging, hammering, you know, alchemy, all of that stuff, which is really nice. Layer, I don't know, something exaggerated, 15, just so nothing comes in between. And then here, state, what is it? Stop state. Sometimes I'm not sure. Exit, stop, whatever it is. There we go. 0.25, and then we'll have that happen once we get out of it. And then let's change that here to 0.25 as well. Cool. Can't remember why we had that box. There we go. So yeah, he's hammering, you know, it looks like he's doing something, and yeah, it looks nice. And then he stops. Yeah, most likely we'd have to have the marker be a bit closer for this one. There we go. And then last thing we'll do is we'll add the prop in his hand. So he actually has a hammer. There we go. That looks cool. Yeah, that does look cool actually. Sweet. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pause right now. So what is, oh, don't tell me it's part of the table. It's part of the workbench, is it? Yeah, the entire workbench. Okay. I did not expect that. So prefabs, and then here we'll just look for a hammer. This is the, yeah, that's the same one, isn't it? Or could be this one. No, I think it's this one. Cool. Let's go to our character here, player, and then let's go to his rig, roots, hips, spine. There we go, his right hand, and then it was this one. Awesome. Reason I'm doing this, by the way, just to be absolutely clear, is because I need to reposition this. Now it's teeny tiny. I think it needs to be 100. Yeah. We won't have to do that. That's because the rig is scaled differently. But yeah, don't worry about that. One too many, isn't it? There we go. Okay. Oh. Cool. What I'll do is I'll take a quick snip of the position. There we go. So in case you don't see it, I have it on my second screen. And then let's have a look here. So he's hammering. Yeah, that's nice. Cool. So what we'll add then in here, and you can do this now for the dismantle. I'm not going to set that up as well. So then for craft, attach prop. By the way, in case you're worried about all items just disappearing and reappearing, AAA games do this. I really would not make a thing out of that for your game not looking realistic enough for it not, you know, him not getting it out of his pocket or anything like that. Like pretty much all AAA games just have items appear out of nowhere, simply because it's too much hassle, and too many. Well, it makes it a lot easier for the game to break as well if you add too much complexity to some basic things. Cool. So we have attach, and then prop, remove prop, and then just add the hammer. And then here, there we go. So yeah, last touch. Yeah, for the UI stuff, you know, have a look at it yourself. It's just UI things. It just has nothing to do so much with Game Creator to change the look and feel. That's just Unity UI, which basically is just, you know, being creative and changing it to the way you like it to look. And there we go. We've got our crafting, and when we close, it stops. And and we've got our enemy who's patrolling, and actually I think he picked up this marker for our dude here. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, cool. So we've got a blacksmith, we've got a shop, we've got a hero for hire, we've got another yeah, the merchant, crafting and dismantling. So yeah, pretty complete. As you can see, for the camera as well, it actually works really nice indoors with a height like this. Looks pretty good. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you in the next one.